Sorry that I'm driving through the water. Okay, anyways. We're just in automatic mode. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing a 2023 Kia Sportage with the hybrid powertrain. We're going to see if this is as cool as it looks on paper. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Kia here in South Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Sportage. Check out their inventory in the description down below. You guys can see they have a ton of inventory. Most dealers have like no cars in their lot, and they have a lot of cars in their lot right now, so definitely check them out. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into the video. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 1.6 liter four-cylinder that goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 38 around town and then 38 on the highway, with power outputs being 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. And I love the overall display, and then you guys can see everything else there off the side. I don't know, looks pretty cool under the hood. So let's go over the front end of the Sportage. So first off, you guys can see the new style Kia logo. I love the paint color on this particular Sportage. It just really accentuates all of the body lines. And then we've got the daytime running light here with the orange daytime running light as well, which is really cool. And you can see the headlights, again, overall really cool aesthetic. And then notice how it's like closed off there, but then open in the center. We do have a camera there in the very center. Fog lights down below. And notice how the trim's kind of like black here at the bottom, but then silver off to the side. Lots happening, but I'd have to say it's a pretty cool looking vehicle. So coming around the side here, we've got two 35mm tires wrapped on 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then if we go over the design on the wheels themselves, notice that it is a metallic gray. It's kind of more of like a satin finish, which I think looks really cool. And then notice here how the fender flare is painted gloss black. And then you can see here with the silver trim on the side. The mirrors are two-tone, you got black on the bottom. And then here's your full side view. Look at the roof rails at the top. And again, I think it looks pretty cool from a side perspective. Now, this is pretty huge. You guys can see we've got remote start, but we also have the self-park function as well here for this Sportage. You've got your lock function, your unlock, and then this is to open up the hatch. If you guys are wondering with the self-park, how that works is you lock the car, remote start it, and then you just hold down forward or backwards, whatever you want to do, and then it'll do it. You'd have to stay pretty close to the car though. Anyways, notice here with the seats, well, kind of partially folded down, we have tons of storage space, but even with the seats folded up, very spacious back here. We've got the spare tire just underneath. We have a 12 volt here on the side, and that's to throw down these seats. And yeah, when you're all done, you just gotta press that button right there. Wait for it, wait a little bit longer, then it'll close. Now let's finish things up with the rest of the rear. So first off, you guys can see here with the taillight design, and I love how it goes there to the black portion in the center. It looks really good. Again, we've got all our badges. We have our HEV badge. That's how you know that it is a hybrid. And then we've got the parking sensors here at the rear. Notice that they kind of hide the exhaust tips so that it's clean from a design perspective. And again, it's kind of like a typical hybrid vehicle thing to do, but there you go. Now, popping into the interior here, you guys can see we've got the funky Sportage door handle. I like the design there on that trim piece. Now, I love the coloration. Again, the contrast with this particular one is just gorgeous. We've got piano black trim here with the little window control, and then also speaker for the Harman Kardon sound system. And I've got the seat and recline function. And I love the design here on the seat, and the coloration's crazy. But popping in. Oh, sorry. Fell asleep in reviewing too many cars today. That was probably the grossest snoring sound ever. Anyways, you can see the storage space here. Got a couple of vents in the back, some more storage space, cup holder armrest situation, and outside of the front. Now here is the front door panel. You guys can see again with all of the trim. I think it looks really cool with the coloration. We've got all of our window controls right here, and then you can see we've got memory seats, blind spot monitoring for the mirror, another speaker for the Harman Kardon sound system, and then here's the front seat again. Look at the coloration on this, and then notice perforated in the center. Power adjustments on the side. Got our Sportage logo, pedals down below, hood latch release, and then notice here for the battery reset, stability control, that's to open up the hatch. We've got this for the parking brake. Steering wheel adjustment is manual. Let's pop in. So here is the steering wheel in the Sportage. You guys can see the padding all around. I think it looks fantastic. And then notice with the stitching there on the center portion so that it all matches. This does have adaptive cruise control and steering assistance, so it basically drives itself. Got paddle shifters for that 6-speed automatic. We got like our voice command controls, phone controls, all that. Turn signal, light stock, windshield wiper stock, and there's the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge cluster. You can see it's a little bit different compared to a regular Sportage. So you do have the speed on the one side, but notice that it shows us what's happening over with the hybrid system. And then we can scroll through some different menus to see what's happening. Now, obviously that's gonna be cool to see while we drive, but also this will be cool to see where the power is going. And we do have some different drive modes. So we got Eco, Sport, which notice it shows the RPM, Smart, and then Snow, which is pretty cool. And well, there's that. Now here's the infotainment screen. First off, if we pop it into reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Notice you got that bird's eye view as well, but cooler than that, we have our 360 view. Cool tech. I absolutely love it. And so yeah, from a camera system perspective, this thing's fantastic. Now as for the rest of the infotainment screen, response time is fantastic. Notice the different menus we can scroll through here. Most important thing though, obviously, got the quiet mode. You also have the hybrid pages. So if we press that, it'll show us everything that is happening right now, and there you go. We have our giant hazard light button right here with the vents, and then look at the dash here. It even has like soft touch and stitching, and I like this vent here off to the side. Now down below we've got the dual control thing. So right now it's showing the radio stuff, and notice how it's got like this arrow pointing down. If I press the fan, then it turns into the climate control system, which is pretty cool. So notice how I can change that up, right? Set the whole thing. I don't know. I just think this is cool, like this whole setup. Anyways, got some charging ports here down below, and if we actually move this out of the way, we also have the wireless phone charging pad. And then we have heated, cooled seats, heated steering wheel here for the front. Got our engine stop start. We've got the dial shifter for the transmission selection, as you can see. Hill descent control, auto hold. We have our center locker. Basically what this is going to do is just make it so that we have a pretty even split front to rear from, you know, a power perspective, right? So that's going to help if you're in a sticky situation. And then the drive mode select, obviously. Parking sensors, we've got the camera button. We have the over-engineered cup holders. Good storage space. And then look at the padding in the center console. And then glove box, pretty cool. And then finishing things up top, we do have a panoramic sunroof. Got the control for the sunroof right here, and there you go. Now here's a window sticker for this Sportage SX-Prestige. You can see the standard features right here. Feel free to freeze the frame. Notice warranty information. So 10-year, 100,000 mile on the powertrain and on the battery, and then 5-year, 60,000 mile on the basic. Really solid warranty. Base price $36,000 before options are added. And there's not a lot to add. Basically, the interior and interior color, which is included, exterior color, which is a little bit of money. But anyway, total MSRP $37,995, which undercuts the RAV4 Hybrid by quite a bit. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and let's set off. Oh, setting off, I'm going to have the power split shown first because I'm interested to see what this all-wheel drive system is doing when we're just going around town. Again, if you do the center locker, it's going to be a complete even split, but you don't want to really put that on unless you're like in a, you know, crazy situation where you're getting stuck, right, in snow, or maybe if you take your Sportage off-road, right? But anyways, first off, really quiet. Really quiet. Looks like it's pretty even, a little bit more to the front than the rear though, with the power. Got the turn signal camera, which is also cool. Nice bit of safety tech. It works for both sides if you guys are wondering, left and right. Yeah, so definitely more towards the front than the rear, so that's all I needed to see there. So we're gonna switch over and see exactly what's happening from a hybrid perspective. So right now it looks like the engine is charging up the battery, and then you can see the battery sending, right, look, just shut off. And so you can see that we're getting a little bit of regeneration here with the braking, so it's sending some back, which is pretty cool. And now we're just sitting here, not consuming any gas, and auto holds on, so like I don't have to keep my foot on the brake, which is pretty cool as well. Okay. Love that turn signal camera. I like how it shows me where I'm at, right? It's like, hey, you're not going too hard into it, so you're in the eco range. It kind of like keeps you in line with your driving, so you don't go too aggressive, because you guys got to remember, we got a monstrous powertrain for this type of vehicle. This is way more power than what you have in the RAV4 and the CR-V hybrids. Really interested to see how it accelerates. And the fact that it's turbocharged, I really like that too, because I live at high elevation here in Utah and turbos are king. But let's see how it does. Huh. I'll have to get another acceleration up in a little bit, but it seems like it was kind of interesting how it... Okay, it's like holding the gear now. So I'm just gonna pop into manual mode. I'll just shift by myself. Shifts are seamless. Ride quality's great, seat comfort's great. I forgot to talk about that stuff. I've been focusing so much on the hybrid part of it that I forgot to tell you guys about the other stuff. It drives just like any other new Sportage. You don't feel any difference from like the comfort perspective with the Sportage. So I think that is a big plus for sure. Okay, see how the downshifts are. It took a second. It seems like they're using the battery to fill the torque gaps with the shifts, is what I'm kind of noticing from what I'm feeling. Similar to the, oh, I feel so bad I'm gonna be driving this through the water. Similar to like the Acura NSX. Seems like that's what's happening here. Okay. Sorry that I'm driving through the water. Okay, anyways. We're just in automatic mode. It's quick. I mean, especially compared to RAV4 and CR-V, this thing kicks butt. So yeah, let's sum things up. So first off, exterior wise, I think it's a great looking vehicle. Just like seeing the drive mode change. I think it's a good looking vehicle. Interior is amazing. Again, it feels way techier, way cooler than RAV4 and CR-V. Always got to check here because people come out from nowhere with that. Yeah, it feels techier compared to those two. So I really like that part of it. Let's see how it pulls in manual mode. Whoa! Okay, so if you do the manual mode, it's even faster. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was not prepared for that. Just hold down the plus pedal and then it'll pop back in automatic. You know what? I don't need to drag this on too much longer. In this segment, this is the best hybrid for sale right now. Gets great gas mileage, it's fast, and so like normal hybrid stuff, you don't have to concede it, because like, you know, with the Honda and with the Toyota, kind of slow, right? They're quick off the line, but then they die. This is fast. So you get the acceleration and you get the good fuel economy. Best of both worlds. If you're gonna buy a new hybrid, get the Sportage. And it's cheaper too. How is it cheaper? It's better and it's cheaper. Come on, Toyota. Come on, Honda. Figure your lives out. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this Sportage hybrid. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Kia here in South Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Sportage. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I will see all of you in that next video.